Well, Liam, congratulations. You must be pleased. It's always an uncertain time for footballers, the summer, until you get sorted out with a new club. You must be pleased to be back at somewhere you've known quite well.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me it was an easy decision. Like I said, I've been here previously. I know the club, got a good relationship with the club and the manager and players. So for me it was an easy decision, and can't wait to get going, really.
Money is always important for all of us, whatever job we do. But is it about more than that in this case, and the role and the position the club want you to play?
Yeah, definitely. Being honest with you, I probably could have earned a lot more money going elsewhere. But in terms of the club and finances, I know they're not going to be able to match up with some of the bigger clubs. For me, it was just the drive of the club and their ambition and what they've got planned for the future. And I think I was given a massive opportunity to be a big part of that. And for me, it was a new challenge. And like I said, I've got a great relationship now with the club and the manager. And that's one of the main reasons why by signing is because of the manager, with the responsibilities given me and the role for the club, basically.
I imagine, like you said, that relationship with the manager is rare, isn't it? It doesn't always happen that players, you can play for a manager you don't get on with, but you clearly get on with the manager. But he also clearly respects you, because quite unusual last season for a lone player to come in and actually captain the team. That doesn't happen at many clubs. Yeah. It says a lot about the relationship between the two of you.
Yeah, definitely. I agree totally. You in football, you don't have many good relationships with managers. You just have that manager-player relationship, or maybe that you might not get on. But it's very rare to find such a good relationship between player and manager and player and club. And that was the key for me to come back, because, like I said, I could have probably signed elsewhere for more money, but probably not been happy. And for me, it's not always down to the money. It's always how happy I'm going to be. So if I'm happy, you're going to get the best out of me on the pitch, and the club are going to benefit from it.
Often in football, captaincy is not quite like in rugby or in cricket. It's it's a much more prominent role. But I think perhaps in this case at Lincoln, it is more prominent. I looked at, with your age, you're 31. I think the next oldest player are mid-20s. You're clearly going to be the daddy of the team in the nicest possible way, and they'll look to you for the experience. And I imagine that's the conversation you had with Michael Appleton.
Yeah, definitely. I think from when I was here previous on with my loan, that's one of the reasons Michael brought me in, because he knew the qualities I had in terms of on the pitch, but not only on the pitch as off the pitch, in terms of helping young players, helping them develop, encouraging them, and just being there for them if they need advice on things. Obviously, I'm probably the most experienced player in the team now, and as for me, being a young player, I always looked up to the older players and always listened and took advice, and and I'm going to take that role on to help the players.
And you must see some real potential in some of those. I know you haven't seen all the new players, but the young players that you know already, some real potential in some of those players.
Yeah, definitely. I think now having a good pre-season with the manager, and he can really get his point across to the players what he wants. And I did see massive potential when I was here previously, and like I said, there's another factor of why I wanted to come back, because there were so many good young players who are going to go on to have good careers.
And what about the fans? That's going to be really strange, really, isn't it? Because I think in a relatively short period of time, you'd feel you had a good relationship with the fans. But other than, bumping into them in town or whatever, in the early part of the season, you're just not going to see them. Yeah,
it's going to be very strange, I think. It's just going to be one of them things that we're going to have to kind of deal with at the minute. But for me, I'm just itching to get back playing and start enjoying football, and hopefully not too long from now, that the fans will be allowed back in, and that will give the club an extra boost and push us on.
Yeah, finally a message to those fans from you. You know, looking ahead to the season, obviously hoping that sooner rather than later you'll see a few more of them in the ground.
Yeah, just start off by saying thank you for the support from last season, and hopefully they can, once they get back into the grounds, they can carry that on and lift the team.